and on Instagram. Yo, what's up, my Facebook friends? We are live. We're just getting hooked up as well on Instagram. So on Instagram, we're live again too. Everyone's there. So actually, we're live right now in 2 provinces. Not that we're not live anywhere else, right? But really, we're live right now in 2 provinces. My home province of Saskatchewan, and for all you Ontario people, Saskatchewan. And then we're live here on Facebook and Instagram in Ontario. So we're here with my main man, Thomas Perras. Just so for those who don't know, it's like Thomas and I go way back actually to elementary school. Looks like Thomas is having some difficulties.
I see you on the. Are we joining on the video on the live too?
Yeah, you just joined it up.
I don't know.
Hi, Justin Long Carrick from Instagram. Are you joined? So watch. Oh, you're there. Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. I'm gonna get you right now. Go there. So now come on in.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
But you're sideways. Can you turn?
I can change that.
Okay, cool.
I can change.
So I have you. You're gonna have to mute your laptop, I think. Right on, brother. So I know I gave us a long introduction there.
We'll get this. We'll get it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say hi to all my friends here on Instagram and all my buddies here on Facebook. Everybody who's on. There we go. Look at.
All right, we're good, man.
We're there.
We're good.
All right, we're good, man.
Love the hat, man. Love the hat. Actually, so for those of you who don't know Tom. I mean, Thomas has probably like 30 million different titles, I'm sure. For those who know him as a celebrity on, Bachelor Canada. I know him as a celebrity from my hometown in Regina. But we go way back. That's way back because we're old now.
Yeah, man, like
Shit.
that was over 20 years ago, man. Like I don't even.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Shit.
But it's kind of cool though because it's like the reconnection has happened, and COVID's been a wonderful thing that way. And I don't even like talking about COVID, to be honest with you.
Yeah, don't say the C word.
Yeah.
Someone said that to me yesterday. Hey, don't say the C word. I was like, I'm going to use that at some point.
Oh man, there's so many puns. My dad has sent me so many. There's probably some that we shouldn't even say online here. But Thomas and I have kind of like reconnected in a way that we although we've gone back and forth and asked each other how we're doing, we've talked about business. Like we've talked about, how the growth of us as individuals in that sense as well. Like, for people who don't follow Thomas, you got to go on right now and follow this guy. He's a machine, actually. Big Andy Frisella follower. I love his podcast, by the way. Like, what got you hooked on him? I got to ask you, like, when did you get started on that stuff? And then you got involved in like First Form and 75 Hard. Can you take us through there? And the reason I'm asking you this, and the reason I'm saying it to our viewers, is because I believe it's going to provide a lot of value. So a lot of our viewers, Thomas, are like realtors and entrepreneurs.
Now and came back to make a bit more coin, and my brother kept telling me do you listen to podcasts? You should listen to podcasts. You should listen to I'm like, I don't know. I do audiobooks. I run audiobooks. We're trying to tell he's like, I really think you should listen.
It's like,
so I actually downloaded
a podcast app.
And I kind of I stumbled upon Ed Mylett's podcast. And then
it's amazing.
There was an episode I just started basically binge listening to Ed Mylett's podcast. And it came across an episode with Andy Frisella. And I never really been into health and fitness, like since as long as I can remember, just sports and when I heard Andy speak the First Form and everything that he was about, it clicked to me because I felt like I was oftentimes surrounded by people in my physical life that didn't have the same drive as me, right?
Like,
it's just like
it made me second guess myself all the time.
Am I actually crazy to like always just push and do more and try to be the best? And then you come across Andy, and there was another episode in there with Grover, and I was just like, man, these are my guys.
And then I just went on and I found out about First Form. You know, it's a perfect example when it comes to like a business sense in terms of like literally brand is everything. And when you can associate with that brand, identify with it, you know, that's just, it was just a game changer for me. It was all about, you know, crushing the bitch voice as Andy says, and just holding yourself accountable, bossing yourself, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's been about a year and a half now. You know, I'm first there, helping people in Yap, getting jacked, getting credit, getting all the ladies owned, and getting that, just helping people along the way, and that's what it's about. So.
That's 100% what it's about, and I love what you say about brand there, because collectively as a company ourselves, you know, we're the same way in the sense that, and this offers value to the viewers, is that, you know, when it comes down to content on social media and let's say videos that you're putting out, it's about the value and experience that you can give people as well as educating them. So, you know, when you're educating them on the product, so Thomas does on his stories, he talks about the product that he has, the First Form, and the product that you get, and you explain to people like what's in it, how it's used, how you use it, and providing valuable content, which people might like. You're giving them ideas like, I know you have the secret recipe on your Facebook page that you have about your drink that nobody, you know, I'm trying to look for it so I can find it, but I can't find it.
Dominators, man. Dominators private Facebook page. Just hit the Dominators. Send a request and get your own. I'm going to be dropping the sourdough recipe very soon too. I'm kind of into the bread game way before everyone. With the same here. But yeah, no. So I'll be dropping that in there too. You know, bread is just kind of my way to also show that in the health and the diet industry, things like bread matter. Things get demonized as putting categories of things that they shouldn't necessarily be viewed as, like. So it's just kind of my way of balance of lifestyle, things like that. Yeah.
Eating 4 loaves of bread a day, yeah, man. Like that's. Yeah. I have to admit though, but back on the branding thing, I mean, you know. People advertising their brand and putting money into their brand is just as important as the work that they're doing. So when we talk about, you know, like even for like what you're doing as a business, even though like the brand is First Form, it's like you are a family of that brand. The brand has helped you. You have helped the brand. So allowing yourself to understand what the brand stands for, because a brand is more than just like a name, a letter, or anything like that. It's an environment. And allowing people to see that, the only way, I mean, like nowadays, social media, like commercials aren't even a thing anymore. So dumping money into your brand and getting brand awareness by offering value to people, content to people that's educational to people is just as important as the operation of the business. And I think people they forget about that. You know, they kind of focus on the minor things that if they realized, if they were just themselves, like you are,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like if they just did the things that made them happy, that would help create the brand as well, and the brands that you're with. Well. So
kind of creating their own brand, and I also find that I think sometimes people get kind of trapped in also. Expecting things all the time, or almost immediately from putting work in, and really it's kind of like the bell curve effect.
Yeah.
Or it's just like
let's put it this way, Thomas. How long have you been working out for? Like, how long have you been exercising and literally like lifting weights? How long have you been doing it for?
Dedicated since 2010.
So we're talking about 10 years worth of work into that body, and people think that they can do that in a year.
Right.
Like the amount of work that goes into that. Sacrifice, dedication, and work.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what you're saying.
And that goes for everything, though. It's not just in fitness. It goes for, like I often talk about dating a lot of the times on my podcast because I'm a single dude and I find it interesting. But I keep telling people, like, I get a lot of people saying, thinking that they should be kind of like loved for who they are. And, I get it.
Yeah.
But then I ask them, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just on online dating. Well, I'm like, that's fine, but you need to be on online dating, and you need to be going out socializing, and you need to be building relationships. Like, you need to be doing it all. Like, if you're going to get a body, a certain kind of performance, you don't just do the diet and not training. You know, you got to do everything. And it goes for business, it goes for love, it goes for relationships. Like,
that's what people
it's mind blowing to me how people think like, I should just be loved for who I am, and I get it. But at the same time, like, you gotta put work in yourself, and you have to go out and like offer value to the world, right? Otherwise,
dude, 100%.
No one's gonna come.
No one's gonna come around.
I love that. No, but I love that you say that because you're right. You can relate it to everything. You could relate it to your personal relationships, your business relationships, your business, how you drive a car, how you wake up in the morning, routines, all that kind of stuff. It's basically how you view yourself. And when it comes to mindset towards things, and let's face it, people got to get spiritual. You want to be successful, you got to get spiritual. You don't got to be religious, but you got to get spiritual. Law of attraction, law of vibration, it's the truth. You can manifest what you want. You just got to want it bad enough. I like the saying, Jim Carrey, he put this $10 million check in his wallet and he said, on this date, I'm going to make $10 million, but he didn't put it in his wallet and then go sit on the couch and eat a sandwich and expect it to come to him. He did the work. He did the work. So it's like people see successful people, and I know Andy talks about it all the time. You see somebody that's successful, it's like, you didn't see the grind. You didn't see the 7 years of living in the store. You didn't see the 10 years of like borrowing money and working as a server to get to that point. All you see is the Lamborghinis and the big houses, and people don't realize that. And it's a true mindset. But it's dedication to a lot of stuff. Like, look at you, like you said, in the carpentry industry trades for 20 plus years. It's a family thing for you guys. But I mean, it's not like you show up to work and the house is built. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta build the foundation, then you gotta put the floor on the foundation, then you gotta build the walls, then you gotta put another floor on, then you gotta build the second walls, and then you gotta put a roof on it, and then you gotta put like the plywood on, and then you gotta shingle it, then you gotta put the siding on, then you gotta wire it.
That's usually including a bunch of troubleshooting along the way, like
right.
You get to an engineering thing, and you're like, well, that ain't gonna work anymore. So now it's like, so you're basically. And then that affects the next floor and the next floor and the next floor. So, just like in life, you're troubleshooting every which way. You're on the phone putting out fires and calling people. Like, one thing that I find you got to be careful with too is once you kind of get, as maybe people would say, like the grind, or you're kind of getting in the bell curve, or you're planting your seeds, like the first 30 days, 60 days, and then your schedule gets so condensed. You feel like you don't got no time left to do anything, and then people are kind of like finally starting to reach out with opportunities. And so I find myself sometimes like, I don't have time for that. Like, that's working for the right time, right? So it's like, no, you gotta schedule it in. It doesn't matter. You just have to. And I find lately more I've been telling myself. Lately, I've been doing more of the things that I've not been wanting to do. I've been forcing myself to do, and they're immediately lucrative. I get off a phone call, or I finish the email, I get the email call, or I get I'm like, holy shit! Good thing,
right?
Good thing. No procrastination, just do it. Yeah,
it's it goes back to like what a lot of people, because I listen to a lot of motivational people. That means something to me, though, right? And it's because it's like, I'm a person that needs to be constantly reminded. I can do it myself, but I need routine and stuff like that. But Les Brown says it very well, in the sense that when you do the things that are easy, life will be hard. But if you do the things that are hard, life will be easy. If you're waking up at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning and doing the thing that you don't want to do, that's going to make you successful. It's going to, because successful people make a habit out of doing things at a high level that they don't want to do or nobody else wants to do.
All right.
Let's talk about salespeople. Do you want to make a cold call every day and get people to tell you to go F off and stuff like that? No. Who wants that? Nobody wants that.
No.
When you yeah.
Like, you gotta do, how many doing those? Like, 10. Well, is it Greg Cardone who will tell you to 10x that and do 100?
Yeah. But it's true. But it's
like, well, you're not doing, and that comes back to, you know, are you really, comes back to like that, what I said about kind of people trying to find love or getting into shape. Like, are you really doing everything?
Yeah, it's true though. I'm
You know,
gonna just be real quick here because I'm gonna type this in here. I'm gonna let's talk about Paramount Podcast.
Okay.
Because I'd like to bring that up because we're talking about it kind of, and you know, this is a podcast that Thomas has. So so what I'm doing is I'm writing it in the banner right now. That's what I'm doing. Watch this. Check this out. This is actually a cool option about doing something like this.
Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah. Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's cool, hey? We could be watching a hockey game and the ticker would be going. And so for those of you on Instagram, you can't see it right now. So you'd have to go to Facebook to see it. But you know, Paramount Podcast, like, let's talk about, like, first of all, what made you want to start it? Because this leads in from like meeting the group of people, following the group of people, getting involved with the stuff that you got involved in. So you wanted to help people. That's your journey.
Yeah.
That's your goal, is you want to help people. Let's talk about Paramount Podcast. What is it and how did you get there?
Well, Paramount Podcast actually came to be from an artist syndicate live event, which is the studio I had here, and Andy Teller, the CEOs. And there was a guy on that. His name is basically like tomorrow you could start a podcast. And I was like, could I? And he went on and on, and I can't get his name, but it started with that idea. And I thought, you know what do I got to lose? And I figured Paramount Builders, my father's
construction company,
Paramount Podcast was just the perfect name and the symbol of the fist and the hammer of the company. I figured the hammer is the only tool that can build and destroy. Because I heard Tim Brewer say it one time. So I was kind of putting all these things together. And then it really just came down to trying to
human relationships, because I believe that whether it's business, whether it's
whatever it is in life, it always
comes down to human relations.
And in me just being able to support as many people as I can, whatever they decide to do, because I realized how fortunate and how lucky I am in a sense to be born into the family that I'm born into. I've really just been fortunate to have great parents, and my older brother and my sister. Like, they all support me on my crazy ass adventures, taking risks all over the place. And if I go somewhere and I end up broken, almost dead, like, they'll give me I can get back to Canada. You know, I got to stay in. So I got support of like. You want to count my brother-in-law and sister-in-law? I got support of like 7 amazing people. It's like, it's endless support, right? And I just feel like I come across a lot of people who don't have that support in their life, whether it is they want to try a new job or they want to go traveling for a year or things of that sort. So I just felt like it was my responsibility, my duty, give as much support as I can to basically anyone who's looking for it, because whenever I do need it, I can always go back to home. Some people don't have that kind of home situation. And that's just there. It just kind of went into, it's all, I bring every episode back to human relationships in some form, shape, whether it's family or that kind of stuff. So
I love hearing that, because what you've essentially just told me is, because you're so grateful for that personal support relationship that you've had, that you want to give that to other people. You want to give that support to other people. And let's face it, as human beings, I'm a firm believer in this. I don't know about anybody else watching or yourself personally, but it doesn't matter how much financial growth I have. When somebody calls and says, I couldn't have done it without you, that's what makes me want to cry. That's what brings me to my knees. That's the reason I do it. And I believe it to be true. Is that's what you're saying about Paramount Podcast is giving back, because being a traveled person like yourself, regardless of the industry it's in, you get to see a lot of stuff.
That's a whole other thing too. Like, I mean, for one, the podcast, I don't make a penny off of the podcast. I don't make $1 from it. 42 episodes downloaded in 42 countries. And I can't believe that many people listen in that many countries. It's mind blowing. But at the same time, I realize how much I gain from being able to travel. It puts me in the perspective of someone who's been in
maybe a third world country. That I mean, by no life situation that they have no control over. That's not necessarily a good thing, but I come across them and they seem to find the silver lining in a lot of things. And like I always say, you can learn knowledge
from a textbook. But
wisdom is through the experience of I can read about what India is like, but you never know because you go to India and you smell the air and you see the people and you eat the food and you go to the feel the sunlight.
And I feel like when I come back
to the supporting people,
because
I honestly think because I have this endless amount of support back home that
I actually look
for insecurity.
Right.
And where I find
people that I know grew up in an insecure home and didn't have support. You're always looking for security, but they wanted to take some more risks. They wanted to do these things, and so I just kind of like push them and I push them and I push them as far as I can out of their comfort zone, because I know
in the end,
like it's going to be beneficial either way, whether or not it's
half of the shit I do
turns out half of the
that's the only way to learn, man. It's the only way to learn.
Do it anyway.
Yeah. But you wouldn't have the life knowledge you have. And I say life knowledge because to me, it's more important than any textbook you're ever going to read. It's not that I don't believe in the education system, because I do. The education system, it's there for a reason. But anything I've learned worth value in my life has not come from a textbook. It's come from the mistakes that I've made. So true learning comes from quote unquote failure, because that's what people call it. But true failure is not going back to do it again and giving up on it. But the truth is like you learn, you can tell by meeting a person how they've gone through life. So if you meet somebody that's, that they feel like they're a victim and they've gone through a harsh life, it's like, I bet you can kind of dissect, a few things within their life that you could probably say to them, like, listen, I understand that you've gone through this, but you got to get through it. Like, here's a mindset for you. Take that and let it motivate you.
Yeah.
There's a person down there that commented, Karen, missed you too. But it workout babe 73.
Oh, workout babe.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
See, that's
confidence.
Yeah, but you know what? Like it's like that comment. It reminds me of like the personal relationships that this thing that's happened to us has caused us to kind of lose track of. And and I think as well, it kind of relates to what we were just talking about, like meeting people, having these things about them, and not them not understanding that it's true life lessons. Like every bad thing that we've gone through in our life is a blessing. It's an absolute blessing.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we have a roof over our head. We're not living in these places that you're talking about where people are living on the street all the time. And we can be grateful for that. But at the same time, it's like, what a learning experience to know what you can go through as a human and get through it and know that at the other end, there's light at the end of the tunnel and the accomplishment, the things that you can accomplish, and then take that knowledge and help others.
Definitely.
Like what a cool way to live your life. But anyway, so the reason and I know I'm all over the place right now. That's what you get when you have ADD. But again, we talk about like this pandemic and not being able to see people too. I think that's caused a bit of a mindset switch. And we talk about pivoting in business and stuff like that. And I'll tell you right now, like as a business for us, we've never been busier. But it's the pivot of how do you relate with people now? Like, how do you continue to service people in a way that they need you to service them? not in how you need to service them. And you and I talked about this over, we were videoing each other over Instagram about, we talked about the routine of getting up in the morning where somebody tells you like, oh, you shouldn't go on your phone. But like, that's when you're so productive. Sometimes it's okay for people. Actually, let's briefly talk about like routine. I mean, you talk about, you're answering messages first thing in the morning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
It's okay.
A lot of times,
You always hear what
you're supposed to be doing all the time, and sometimes you gotta know where it's coming from. Also, is that person have the same life as you? Do they have kids? Do they have business, multiple businesses? But I don't know how many times I've heard, don't touch your phone, and all these specialists, don't touch your phone the first 30, 60 minutes that you wake up, because and I get it, because you're putting, they say other people problems or issues or whatever before your own. First thing in the morning, you become reactive through the day, you get a shitty email, and put your day in spiral. Really, like, if you get a shitty email,
can you not
like look at it and break it down and not allow it to affect to ruin your entire day for one? Can you mentally just handle a shitty email at any time? But number two, like, I started to realize
the pandemic too.
Like,
what I do immediately is the very first thing I do.
First thing I do is when I wake up in the morning, maybe I'll grab a small bite to eat and I'll go on a 1 hour walk. And I literally just go through my coaching app for all the people that I'm coaching first.
The clients,
and then I go through Instagram, Facebook,
some WhatsApp.
I go through DMs, I go through all comments, everything, because before I'll ever post anything, before I even put a post, if I don't get a post in today or tomorrow, because that's not the DM going on,
like whatever, like it's all about the engagement and it's
social media. You're supposed to be social. It's supposed to be
dialogue.
Yeah.
So,
in all honesty,
like, and then if you're really looking for engagement, once you talk to 20 to 30 people
on the regular, day in and
day
out,
first thing in the morning, and
how many people don't touch their phone
30-60 minutes in the morning? You're one of those people that reaches out every day as much as you can, and put a bit of positivity or humor in somebody's life for the morning. Like, what's harm in that? And then when you do post something and you get genuine,
organic, genuine comments, and you see people do that.
Like, it becomes conversations of like, you did this, and I said that. And it's friendships. It's like the podcast. It's like you're just building. It's human relationships.
Yeah, and you're starting off somebody's day. You're starting off somebody's day on a positive note. Who might need it?
And honestly, like,
I feel better
at the end of my 60-minute walk.
Like,
I feel like because you get them fit, like, you can't reply to anybody. I'm not like that's. It's the point that becomes kind of stressful too, or like get anxiety. You're like, I just died for like 3-4 days, kind of a thing. And it's like, I don't want like, don't get personal, like we're bros or whatever. But so this way, win-win. You can get back to everyone. And you're just putting them ahead of. Like a weekly check-in or some bread recipe or like some stupid shit that you're posting. Like, the thing is, you get good ideas from it anyways, right? You'll be talking to someone. Maybe you already had this idea for the day. When you're talking to someone, you're like, "No shit, this is a way better thing to post about today." Someone's struggling with this or whatever. It's a way better idea, and you get content from that as well. Just helping specifically people that follow you. So. It's foolproof, I think.
It's true. Well, you know what, Thomas? Like, I really appreciate your time.
It is work, though.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
It is work.
But that's the thing. It's like nobody said that making a difference in this world, and in a positive way. Nobody said that was going to be easy, right? And I think that if more people understood the gratitude that you can get from like helping others. And being an ear to people sometimes.
Yeah.
The gratitude that you can bring, and then being a voice for something as well. Having a passion towards something and being a voice for it. I think, how can you disrupting the world in a positive way can only lead to better results.
Right.
If that's how you do it, the first hour, and you're helping people's day out, screw what anybody tells you not to do in the morning, and that works for you because you're managing your day throughout the day.
Right. And one last thing on that is just I find when people say, I've actually done it myself, but it's been a long time. But I find when someone says, like, hey, sorry, I come on break with social media or whatever, I get it, totally get it. But at the same time, I find that people who are contributing positive stuff on social media never take a break.
No.
But when you have people who are not bad people and they're not contributing bad stuff, when you have people who just they don't put value out there, they don't post a lot, they more so are just scrolling through and looking at people and what they're doing and successes, like, and you're not contributing to that. I feel like a lot of the times that's the case where people need to take a break because it's like I can't handle everyone else being so successful and positive.
That would motivate me. That would motivate me. Like that would motivate me. If I see everybody around me being successful, I'm so happy for them. I'm like, I want to be like what I'm doing it. I'm down. Like, what is it? What do I got to do? Like, you are who you surround yourself with. And if you're even on social media, if you surround yourself with people that are moping and crying and bitching and complaining all the time, it's going to be negative. It's going to be. I don't follow Fox News. I don't follow CNN because I don't want to listen to it, man. I follow the people that influence my life and the people that I want to pay attention to, and that's what it's about.
Right.
That's really what it's about. And I agree with you. And it's not that the people that are taking a break are not having a good time. It's just, you know what? Hey, we all go through it. We all have those times in our life where you're like, you know what? I need like a couple days off life right now. Like I need to sit on the couch, watch some movies, and eat some popcorn. You know, I gotta do something a little bit different for a couple days here. And I think we've all had that. So it's amazing. You can find Thomas on many different platforms. We'll get him. We actually have, or I didn't put it on here, but we have you on Instagram right now. They can follow you at Thomas Michael Perras on Instagram. Facebook, let's talk about Tominators. They can find you. It's a private page. Is Tominators a private page?
Tominators is a private page. I can just it's
a community, supportive community.
They can DM you. They can DM you on. Yeah. Sorry.
Across all social platforms, Thomas Michael Perras, podcast, everything.
Yeah. Paramount Podcast. I really want to thank you for your time though, Thomas. Like, thank you for agreeing to meet up with me and talk just like mindset stuff, because I feel like it's so valuable for everyone in content, for our viewers and hopefully the viewers that have come from your pages as well. To hear people talking about the grind through business, the grind through life, things that we do differently and in different dynamics of the world, even though that you're in Regina and I'm in essentially Toronto, but I'm in Hamilton. And it's like, we can all as humans really contribute to the world and give back to the people that we care about, because people have cared about us enough. We can really just try and help during a time like this, especially.
Definitely. Yeah.
Really, my man. Thank you so much for being on here. We'd love to have you on again in the future. We're going to get some podcasting going here too. So maybe we can next time you come to Toronto, that's what we're doing. We're doing some video work. That's what we're going to do. We'll make it fun.
I talk about
I would say time. I was looking at this, blowing my mind. What? This is like 10D. And then all the drones. Impressive stuff. I have no idea about any of that.
You have an amazing team.
Learn more about that, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, for sure. Well, like I said, next time you get a contract out here, book a couple of days on the front and back end.
Yeah, sure. I will do.
Yeah. Then we'll hang out. We'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Some PG fun.
What's that?
Some PG fun.
What's that?
We'll keep it PG. Anyways, brother, thanks again for your time. Really appreciate it. And everybody else who watched, thanks again for watching. And we will.
Thanks guys for watching.
Yeah, we'll chat to you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.